Good evening, I'm Ryan Louallen. More than a year after he was originally reported missing, a Tennessee district attorney says blood and hair found on a shovel could be linked to the disappearance of a Dickson County boy. You may remember after Joe Clyde Daniels was reported missing April 2018, his father Joseph Daniels was charged with criminal homicide. Not guilty. That's what jurors in Washington County are saying in a case involving a former ETSU student. A detour is now in place as crews continue to monitor a sinkhole in Granger County. This sinkhole along State Route 375 was reported by TDOT this afternoon. Granger County 911 saying the nearest cross streets are Elkins Ridge Road and Mary's Chapel Road. Stand down. That's what local authorities were telling one man in Sevierville who they saw was armed with a shotgun, making threatening statements. Sevierville police officers and SWAT team members responding to an apartment along Kilby Street this afternoon. After arriving on the scene, negotiators were able to make contact with the man. He eventually surrendered peacefully around 45 minutes later. The Knox County Sheriff's Office saying 3 people are in custody tonight following a pursuit. Still not much is known tonight about how that pursuit started, but we do know 2 people were taken into custody on East Scott Avenue following what happened. Colleges and universities across Ohio are struggling with enrollment. So what is Ohio Dominican doing to buck that trend? Panther Stadium might seem quiet now, but come Saturday, it will be full of rowdy fans ready to send their seniors off with a farewell worthwhile. The curtain opens as one of the most historic theaters in Columbus shines once more. After beating 2 top 10 teams and only losing twice this year, the playoffs still might be just a little bit out of reach for the Panthers. Big changes coming to Ohio Dominican University's library. I'll have the story coming up next. The Career Development Center here at Ohio Dominican helps students build resumes, write cover letters, prepare for interviews, and most importantly, land jobs. In fact, within 6 months of graduation, 92% of students are either working or in grad school. The Metesic Theater has hosted world-renowned acts over the last 90 years. We're talking about comedians, actors, poets. And after this $1 million renovation, that stage won't stay quiet for very much longer. So how many jobs are going to be available to these new insurance students? We're talking about 20,000 jobs over the next 10 years. For freshmen struggling to find their way through their first year of college, the Office of Advising and Student Success is their one-stop shop for everything that they need. As many East Tennesseans know, Ott Defoe, a Knoxville native, was on top of the bass fishing world after winning the 2019 Bassmaster Classic here in Knoxville. But what most don't know is that this was also a time when Ott started dealing with some serious health issues.
Just the very next day or a couple of days after, I just couldn't sleep well at night. I was very short of breath at night. Do anything throughout the day, I would get short of breath.
The doctors at that time diagnosed him with bronchitis. But as time went on, his symptoms worsened, forcing him to withdraw from a recent tournament. He was taken to the hospital immediately after arriving home and quickly found out his final diagnosis.
It's a torn mitral valve. So it's a valve where blood comes in from your lungs, goes into the heart, and then it should pass on out the other side.
He says the good news is that it's just an injury that randomly happened, kind of like a broken wrist or a broken arm. He is set to have heart surgery on Wednesday and is leaning on his strong faith to comfort him and his family through this time of healing and recovery.
It's in God's hands. I'm not that concerned with it. I know He's got a plan, and that He'll be glorified through it.
Defoe and his family have been flooded with support from the community and had this message for us to pass on to his supporters.
I just want to tell them thank you, and to continue praying through that, through all of this. So yeah, just thank you so much, and to continue until we're, have a full recovery and have the A-OK from the doc, and we're good to go.
Reporting in Knox County, this is Ryan Louallen with WATE 6 on your side. A role model, mentor, and a counselor. That is what the 24 men enrolled in the Knox County SRO Academy aim to be for their future students. The program is a rigorous 9.5-week course that includes everything from daily PT to trainings on how to build relationships with students. Craig Cooper, an enrollee in the academy and retired Marine, had this to say about the training.
Good job, gentlemen.
Hard training, but it's good. It's something that you need to learn to be able to do this job. The PT and getting it all squared away and running as a team and learning how to be a family with all these new guys and how to move on and become a mentor to children and to keep the children safe while they're in the schools.
For one enrollee, the calling to be a school resource officer was never really a choice.
It's a calling, sir. It's a duty. I feel that it's an obligated duty. I have 2 kids, and it is so important that if I need to, I am called to do my duty, and if need to, give my life for these kids in this school system.
Instructor Sergeant John Stacer had kind words to say about his newest class of SROs.
This is a really good class. We've got a lot of people who really are eager to learn and eager to be a part of our school system. Tools to take care of business.
The sergeant left us with these kind words to pass on to the community.
We just want to thank people for supporting us. Our division is here to help the children of Knox County to make this the safest school system we can make it, and we just appreciate all the support we get.
This is Ryan Louallen reporting in Knox County for WATE 6 on your side.